The fastest way to learn English, even if you're really busy, is to focus on these three English skills: English vocabulary, English listening skills, and English speaking skills. Learning these three skills will get you speaking really well, really fast, even if you're really busy. Those are the three core and most important English skills. This video has three chapters. The first chapter, we are going to dive into English vocabulary. The second chapter, we're going to dive into English listening skills. And for the last chapter, we're going to talk about English speaking skills. If that sounds good to you, then keep watching. If you are new here, welcome to English with Jay. I'm Jay. I'm an English student teaching other English students around the world what I've learned in English. And today, I am going to teach you the three most important skills to learn if you want to get fluent in English. Let us first start with vocabulary, English vocabulary. Vocabulary is not just part of English, it is the foundation of everything else because you cannot communicate without words. I'm not saying that grammar is not important when learning English, but grammar only helps you to structure the ideas. But vocabulary is the ideas itself. Even if you have the wrong grammar structure, as long as you're using the right words, people will still understand your broken English. I want, go there. I still understand what you say. I know you want to go there, even though you're not speaking it in the correct grammar structure. But as long as you know the right words, you have the vocabulary, I'm able to understand you. Learning vocabulary also improves other skills all at once because if you know vocabulary, it also boosts your speaking skills and your writing skills as well. Learning English vocabulary will also build your confidence because there's nothing that will make you more confident if you know for sure that you know the right vocabulary. You know for sure that that is called a table and this is called a phone or a tablet or a computer. There's nothing that will make you as confident as knowing the right vocabulary. And your confidence while speaking will also be very different to someone who doesn't know English vocabulary. Obviously, we sound more confident than someone who doesn't know the right vocabulary or doesn't know which words to really use while speaking. How do you really learn vocabulary even when you're extremely busy? The first thing I want to tell you is that you don't need long study sessions for you to learn English vocabulary. All you need is smart, tiny habits, which includes number one, learning micro vocabulary. Learn micro vocabulary. I mean, learning 1 to 5 words a day. Don't overload yourself by learning 1,000 English vocabulary, which you're probably going to forget in just, 1 hour. So just learn a few useful words that you are probably going to use whether in your work or your studies or just in your daily routine. Like for your work, instead of learning words like abandon, you can learn words like reschedule or just confirm or deadline. You can learn such vocabulary that you will actually use at work. Let's say schedule the meeting or what's the deadline of submitting the resume. Just know that consistency beats quantity. Second way of learning vocabulary, even if you're extremely busy, is by using dead time. So you know those small moments that you find yourself not really occupied and then you just decide to scroll on TikTok because you don't really have anything to do? Those are the moments that you need to use to learn English vocabulary. When you're waiting in line, or when you're in your car, or just before you go to sleep. Just take a couple of minutes, even 5 minutes a day between those moments to learn English vocabulary. So you don't really need extra time to learn English. You just need to learn English during your dead time. The third way to learn English vocabulary and actually stick to them and use them is by learning words in context and not just memorizing words. For instance, let's say you learn a word like negotiate, which also means to discuss. So instead of just learning the word, learn how the word is used in a sentence. For instance, we need to negotiate the price. We need to negotiate the price. This helps your brain use the word and not just recognize it. So now if you see a word negotiate somewhere, you know what it really means and how it is used in that sentence. Let's move to the second skill, listening skills. Listening is the most underrated part of learning English, but it's actually what makes everything else word, compared to just sit and studying English using English textbooks. Listening helps your brain understand real English. Textbook English is more slow and clear, while real English is fast, connected, and even sometimes unclear. It's connected in that instead of saying I want to, you can just say I wanna or I'm gonna instead of saying I'm going to. That's why listening actually helps your brain adapt to how people really speak. Listening to English will automatically improve your speaking because you cannot speak what you've never heard. You cannot say a word you've never heard of. And when you listen to a lot of English, you naturally pick up pronunciation, rhythm, and common phrases. And that's why good speakers are almost always good listeners. Listening will also help you build more vocabulary in context. This is because you are not only gonna listen to a word, you are gonna listen to a word and also gonna listen to how the word is being used in a sentence. For instance, if you learn a phrase like figure out and you listen to a podcast and you hear someone say, let's figure this out together. You will not only learn the phrase, you learn how the phrase is used. Maybe a phrase like get back. Let's get back to that later. It's kind of like learning tone and usage of a word at the same time. And what's good about listening is that you don't need extra time to listen in English. You can listen to English passively and still absorb English. So that means you can listen while you drive, while you walk your dog, while you go for a run, while you're in traffic, or even just while cleaning. 10 to 20 minutes a day adds up really fast. So try listening to short videos 1 to 3 minutes a day. Listen to simple English podcasts, listen to slow English content, and you can also use good beginner-friendly apps like YouTube and Spotify. I don't even really need to say much about listening because there are tons of things you can listen to in English. And if you don't have any, just pick a topic that you love. If it's sports, if it's gardening, if it's politics, just literally anything that you love, listen to that. Okay, let's move to speaking skills. So speaking is where everything else comes together because you can know all the grammar and vocabulary in English, but if you can't use them in real time, then the skill isn't complete. Speaking turns your knowledge into real skill. And that's because you might recognize words like reading and listening, but speaking kind of forces you to recall words quickly, to build sentences on the spot, to express real ideas. And that's the difference between I know English and I can use English. Speaking also exposes your verbs because when you try to speak, you will notice, oh, I don't know these words. Maybe a descriptive word or something that you wanted to say, but you don't really know what it's called. These gaps will show you exactly what you do. If you do not know how to pronounce a word, you will know that you need to work or improve on your pronunciation. And apart from that, speaking also improves your confidence or builds your confidence because the more you speak, the less you feel making mistakes. And the more you speak, the more natural it feels. Remember, confidence grows through doing and not studying. If you're extremely busy, you can just start by speaking to yourself, which I believe is the simplest and easiest way to learn how to speak in English. So just start by speaking your ideas to yourself. Oh, I need to finish this video. Oh, I need to do this later. What am I doing today? Talk to yourself. You can also record yourself while speaking, then listen to it for feedback. This will help you improve your English and also know how you sound while speaking English. It's gonna sound weird the first time, but you'll get used to it. It's only natural. You can also shadow what you hear. This method is actually the most effective method to learn English. So take a 1 to 3 minutes video because you're extremely busy. You cannot do longer videos. Listen to one sentence, pause, then repeat it out loud 3 times. Listen to one sentence, pause, repeat 3 times. Do that to all the sentences in English and ensure you're pronouncing exactly how they're pronouncing. You're using the same tone they're using. You are also using the same expressions they're using if it's a video. If you focus on those 3 English skills, every single day, in 3 months' time, I promise you, you will be fluent in English. There's nothing else I can say. If you're having problems thinking in English, I have a video explaining or giving you the methods and tools that you can use to help you start thinking in English. And that video is right here. And with that being said, let's catch up in my next video. Bye bye.